Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel. And welcome also back to another episode of the most illustriously off-the-scale modelling show that's ever existed. Can you even call it a modelling show? I don't even know. It's time for another episode of Janice Dickinson's Modelling. I have been gagging to scream that at the top of my lungs for months now. So, my lovelies, I know for a fact that a lot of you guys are going to be asking what I'm wearing on my lips, and this is the Vocally Shook collection by Black Moon Cosmetics. So it's their darkest black and also the metallic red that it comes with. Now, metallic reds are always a hit and miss for me. In fact, more often than not, they're a complete miss. But I just wanted to try something a little bit different, as I haven't done an actual, gothic ombre lip for a very long time. And what better to use it for than the most ridiculous modelling show that's ever existed. So, my lovelies, in the last episode of this nonsense, we saw the models kind of have to model in a fashion show, which wasn't really a fashion show. It was actually like a scene within a film about bowling. Remember, Italian Vogue? She wants Italian Vogue. I still haven't actually watched that bowling film. Did any of you guys in the comments watch that bowling film? What did you think? Is it worth the watch? And then the models that weren't selected to go for that were put into an Ed Hardy Time for Prince style fashion poster photo shoot. Very loosely call it a photo shoot, shall we? So once again, I don't really know how this season is progressing, because online I've seen that it's got 12 episodes, but this that we are just about to watch is an hour long, and I remember reading somewhere a long time ago that the finale of this show was an hour long, so it's like, what's the truth? What's the truth, Janice? What's the truth?
Well, this is awkward.
Pop in your hanger. I haven't really got any. It's all the magic of televisione. Get your beverage at the ready. Today I am on the Monster Ultra Fiesta again. My absolute favorite. So good. I must warn you guys, though, that I have already had 3 caffeinated drinks today. This will be my 4th. And it's dribbling all over me. But wait. Oh, that's a frosty beverage.
Tonight.
Where's Janice at? Did you run a little behind?
The integrity of the agency.
The Predators girl is a real tough girl to fill.
Quite frankly,
Integrity
she looks a
of the
little thin.
agency.
I mean, it's not good for the girls to be too thin.
Will come under fire.
Oh, are we going to have a little bit of a moment here about what it means to be size 0 back in the day and how negative it might affect, everyone's perception of the human body? Are we going to have a moment of morality in Janice Dickinson's immoral agency?
Praise Satan.
I wonder.
He said the girls ain't hot.
And when the pressure of losing business
I'm gonna be honest with you, Peter. If they look like me with a dress on and you see how I look, we gonna have problems.
hits Janice and Peter,
I'm fighting Peter on sending certain girls to meet Fredericks because they don't meet the requirements.
None of them are ready.
This is what.
None of them are ready.
An
Oh,
already
drama
stormy
in the
relationship
agency.
hits the rocks.
Ever do that, I quit. The agency do that. You don't get out and do this to me ever.
And 2 clients
You don't get up to do this to beat me ever, girls. Now, I know it's reality TV and fights are encouraged, but if Janice ever did this to me and was like, no, I quit, I'd be like, excuse me, Janice, have a little sit-down word with yourself, sis. Thank you.
may walk away.
You don't talk to me like that. You don't do that to me.
On the Janice Dickinson Modelling Agency.
Oh! Do your gout. What's that? Janice Dickinson's modelling pussy hole. Do your gout. What a horrible intro that is. Absolutely nothing about models. Unlike America's Next Top Model, which is kind of like flashes up who's actually involved, this is all about Janice's celebrity status, really.
We have a meeting with Mr. Kevin Black, an executive from
I'm sorry, how are we meant to see what Janice looks like? Her forehead completely fades into what, the void?
Interscope Records is partnered with A&M Records and Geffen Records, and
I don't like that
they
shirt.
would be a lucrative client for this agency.
Really?
It would be-
Interscope Records? Right, so no, we've had no high fashion modelling at all anywhere in this entire season so far. Yet all Janice was going on about was high fashion, models, Italian Vogue. I don't want these cheap whores.
Good heavens.
Turns
A
out maybe she
client
does.
like this has high expectations for the Janice Dickinson Modeling Agency, and I intend on meeting them. Mr. Black.
How you doing?
Janice Dickinson. Oh my God, you're so cute.
Cute and big.
Yeah, big as in.
I'm Kevin Black, Interscope Records, Geffen Records, A&M Records. What I do is I'm the head of rap. I make sure the record get lifted from the ground to the top. And
So he's a seriously important person.
Peter Hahn, my partner.
How you doing, Peter?
Janice got that cutting edge, and what I like about her, she's not gonna just do the norm. She's gonna step out of the box and give me what I need.
Oh, how do you do?
Yeah, how you feeling?
Welcome to Janice Dickinson Agency.
Avant-garde.
Oh my God, that's how they do it in the hood. Do you feel it?
Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for being here, Peter Hahn. Avant.
Oh, cringe old white lady tries to talk
I'm trying
to the children.
get some hot new models for my new album. So I also got a party going on tomorrow. So if I can get them to like come out and probably walk out before me to show the whole ambiance of what we're trying to do here.
I am Janice Dickinson. I will bring you girls you haven't seen before. Girls that even the magazines have seen before. It's the best of the best.
I don't think they want magazine models. I don't think they want like supermodels. I think they want a very specific type of model that would be appropriate for their music videos. So the idea that she has said, well, not even the magazines have seen these. Look at these faces. Do they care? Do these people look like they care about whether the magazines have seen these faces? Is this the face of like, oh yes, we want non-magazine girls? No, it is not that face, I do not think.
Exactly.
I need to hear about the music, Yvonne. Please tell us.
I have certain songs on the album that I know the models will fit real good with, like Girl, I Want You, and in the middle of the night I'm gonna rub, and if
Is, Janice.
you let me go
Oh, she's
down,
like a
I'm
parakeet, isn't she? There is something about like pop music. It's like, I'm going to be very like, not like other girls here because I am not a huge fan of pop music. Like all genres of pop music, I'm not really interested. I don't really have like an icon or, well, actually probably Gwen Stefani. Is there been in modern recent history, should we say, a song in any way related to pop culture and pop adjacent culture that is not about a relationship in some way or another? Is everything about a relationship? I mean, I listen to music that's very, very heavy and has hardly any vocals. Is pop music just all about like a love interest or a broken heart? Is that all pop music? Is that meant to be like the universal relatable moment? Because
on a taste, and when it's all said and done, I'm gonna, you know what, you feel me?
Oh my
not for me, guys.
I try to be professional.
She's done.
You just melt
Trying to
everything.
be
What can we
professional.
do for you?
What we looking for is you to
Where's a fountain, Janice? Go jump in the fountain with your Italian couture.
come tomorrow to our party. You see him, what he do, how we do it, so we can help you help us.
They want party it girls. They don't want models.
So happy we got the job, but I'm also a little nervous. I made some big promises to Mr. Kevin Black and Yvonne. I need to send the right girls to prove to them that my agency can deliver. We're not gonna let you down.
Oh, who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be the girl that you were like, Fargo? Disgusting.
You take care, thank you.
Silicone slap.
Attitude. Natalie, you look beautiful.
I chose Natalie, Grace,
Oh my God, that was quick.
Louisa, and Tamika for the release party because I felt that they could be able to
Oh,
move
she's got
to
a
music.
fringe. Wait, hang on. Why has she got a fringe now? This was not explained in any way, shape, or form.
En fait, ceci.
I hope they know that they have to step it up. This client is huge for us.
So, once again, we've got models at a party. We're not models on a runway, not models for a campaign, not models for an editorial, not models for product advertisement or placement. At a party. How many parties have we been to this season? Feels like all we do is go to parties.
Bitch, me too. The fuck?
Relatable. Are they having fun? Is this the universal jiggle of fun?
Frustrated with the models at the release party because they couldn't move to save their lives.
Well, yes, because they're models.
Everything was all over the place. You know, they were dancing too close to the male hip-hop dancers, and I was extremely pissed off. I'm going home. You have to be able to deliver and dance, and that's what Yvonne and Mr. Kevin Black was looking for. Unfortunately, it was questionable.
So off to the guillotine.
This morning, I had my yearly mammogram appointment. I have breast examinations every 6 months. It's very important.
What's happening now? Janice Dickinson's breast agency.
I don't know if it ran in my family, but it's just an important thing that I incorporate into my yearly program of
I
just staying
completely
healthy
agree.
and active.
But this has taken a turn.
Work for you if you could just finish this, not a problem.
Peter had called to tell me that Fredericks of Hollywood wanted to stop by and talk about the possibility of using our models. So I agreed to let Peter Ham and Cody take the meeting without me.
Okay, but your name's on the agency, sis.
I'll answer her.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
Hello, Mr. Pixel.
Hi, I'm William Ford. I'm the creative director at Fredericks of Hollywood. So, we need some girls, we need some pretty models.
Oh, they did hire that Cody person. Do you remember months ago that they were like, no, I don't like him. But then he was like, I've worked in Milan. And she was like, okay. The storyline continues to get murkier and murkier, just like Gordon Ramsay's off soup.
That is disgusting.
We want to deliver everything that you need.
We came here to meet with Janice Dickinson's agency to find new models here in Los Angeles. We are a Los Angeles-based company, and it would be great to have another modeling agency with girls here in Los Angeles. So, always looking for new faces and coming to see what Janice has for us.
Right, yes.
So what we're looking for are some girls that can really exude confidence, sensuality, of course, sex appeal. Very sophisticated.
They basically, I've noticed that all of the, back in the day, when was this? 2005 or something, 2006? Back in the day, basically everyone wanted a softcore OnlyFans model, but someone who doesn't ever sell it. Do you know what I mean? Someone who doesn't want sexy time, shall we say, but likes to advertise it as if they do. Is this all advertising? Am I just having a realization about the industry? Oh no, I hope not. Disgusting. But also works, I suppose.
Though, but we need curves. We definitely need curves.
They need curves.
Could you tell us the usage of where this all appeared?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, this will be interesting to see what constitutes a curve back in this day and age. Because for me, curves go in and then out again. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a nice curve. You know, a curve, a curvy woman. Is curves back then just going to be, instead of size 0, size 4? I wonder.
Usage is in our catalog, which is about 4 million people that we mail to.
4 million. I'll be as frank as I can. We're a brand new company.
Right.
I mean, Janice and I just started this agency, but the Fredericks girl is a real tough girl to fill. We've got a couple Polaroids here of some girls that I think are at least somewhat interesting.
Yeah.
There you go.
At least.
And she may be more old Fredericks than new Fredericks, the girl in your hand right now.
The very high-end editorial rail thin is not...
It's not gonna work.
Not gonna work. She looks a little thin.
Right. I mean, it's just... Like you said, you need curves.
After the meeting, I was really nervous about meeting with Janice and explaining the situation to her. We certainly wanted Fredericks as a client, but the real question was, do we have the girls that they need?
Oh, I see. So Janice has been doing the hiring of models to the agency. Hiring? Casting? What's it called? I guess it's hiring, right? So she's been hiring people that fit a very specific body type. And now, because back then the trend was size 0, it just was. See a rib cage and go,
oh, time to get on the front page of Vogue.
Janice has been hiring very skinny models, skinny, tiny little women who are like waifs and strays. Because when she was even starting the agency, I remember she told Niabel, for example, you've got to drop the weight.
Everything was okay with my mammogram.
Oh,
Didn't
good.
anything wrong, so I'm cool.
Good.
Yeah. I had to rush back to the agency
What's happened
just
to her
see how our
fringe?
meeting went with Fredericks.
When was the fringe section filmed?
Trying to cater to Fredericks in terms of what they need. They gave us very specific requirements. If the girl doesn't meet that requirement, I don't want to send her. It makes me look incompetent.
Okay, stop.
I'm fighting Peter on sending certain girls to meet Fredericks because, in my eye, they don't meet the requirements.
What do you think about Luxeria?
Luxeria.
Tell me your boobs weren't big enough.
Shut up.
You're telling me it's a B? I'm gonna believe.
Chicken cutlets. Chicken
Stop telling me to shut up.
You're telling me she has a full B.
She takes the chicken cutlets and she laps them over. We'll make them a C.
She's the one model that doesn't have a butt.
Is she for Fredericks?
No.
Because that's not happening. And is that or that? Stop. Is
They like Luxeria's.
Look, Janice.
No, okay, right now.
I am the agency.
Ever stand for work there would do that, I quit. The agency do that.
Oh my
You don't
goodness.
get out and do this to
me ever, all right? I'll kick your ass. I quit. You wanna it up and quit? Quit on him and quit on everybody. I quit. You ever respond to me like that, I leave.
Janice.
I do wonder if maybe the drama in this show is kind of amped up to the point where it becomes obscene to keep people watching, because that to me didn't seem like it needed to go anywhere near this level of nonsense. Do you know what I mean? But also, isn't it horrible the way that they talk about models? I'd like to think it doesn't happen now, but it does. It really does.
Sometimes she has a bad habit of trying to talk down to me, and coming from somebody who's been a boss for so long, my initial reaction is to just snap.
Everyone's talking about...
You ever respond to me like that, I leave. Go ahead. No, you don't talk to me like that. You don't do that to me.
Cody and I were discussing which models could work for Fredericks of Hollywood when Peter began to get angry and started slamming his fists on the table.
Janice.
Yes.
Janice.
What?
Look.
I had a father who beat me every day of the life. I respond to men who are violent to women.
I
am not a guy. I'm a lady. And you want to do that, I'll kick you in the ass.
Then treat me like a lady. I mean,
You are a lady.
I'm not a lady. No, the point is, look, if we're gonna see the client again, then we'll see the client.
What was that about? She brought up... So, I know that Janice has had a very troubling upbringing because I've read her autobiography. That doesn't really excuse this level of behaviour that she has towards certain people. But also, she was struggling with narcotics use, shall we say. And I don't really give people a pass for that, but it can kind of explain why people behave in certain ways. Like, they're ill. Addicts are ill. To me, it seemed like she casually brought it up in an argument to defend herself and explain why she doesn't like men who behave in a certain way. I can understand that as a defense response, but also, to me, it kind of symbolizes that she can't really handle debates very well. And that's not a case of me being like, oh my goodness me, she's an awful person. I just feel like it's one of those things that's, if you can't handle debates very well, either A, remove yourself from the situation, or B, do some soul searching and try to understand why that might be and how you can not overcome it because it's trauma. You can't really overcome trauma. You learn to live with it. Maybe mechanisms of coping is the best way to explain it, because for me, if I end up in a confrontation, I just have to take myself away from that situation and really think about what it is I want to say without saying something that instantly hurts someone. But also her son is at the table witnessing this, and he was a young man at this time, so it's like, it's not setting a great example, is it? This whole situation is a little bit uncomfortable to watch, actually. Janice Dickinson's Uncomfortable Agency.
Point is, look, if we're gonna see the client again, then we'll see the client again and do it all over again. If we're not, we already told the client we're sending these three people.
Because you want to bone
I
Fargo.
don't care about Fargo. Fargo's not going.
What do you want?
She's gone up to 100
trying to
again.
push Penthouse C.
No,
She's
we
perfect
did not
for
do this. We did not push this, okay? We did not push anything.
From day one, Peter has been pushing that Fargo down my throat. I don't even want her in the agency, but he's always on me about firing the models that I've chosen. I'm ready to dump her like a hot potato.
No, just acting unprofessionally. As someone who's supposed to be running a business, should not be acting. Probably shouldn't be saying this right now because I'm gonna get in trouble.
I mean, the son has sense. Like, that is exactly it. In order to run a business, you have to behave professionally and make decisions that A, you might not necessarily want to make, but also B, difficult decisions. Sometimes there are ways of saying things to someone in business that can kind of get you what you want, but also appear that they get what they want. And that's like the mystery of business. It's all very like poker. You're playing a game. To get the outcome that you want, or an ideal outcome, or a compromised outcome that you're happy with, you have to play a game. And it's kind of like a little bit of trading backwards and forwards. If you go immediately to 100, everyone in that room is going to be like, oh my God, absolutely not. Cancelled.
We need to make a decision on his direction. You just can't say, well, what you say goes. We need to make that decision. The agency directors talk to the booker. No, you just can't unilaterally make that decision. It's not right and it's not fair.
Models that they don't want to
any of these girls, none of them are ready.
This is what...
None of them are ready.
We're gonna have to pull a unbelievably curvy, sexy, sensual model out of a hat.
There's no one to send. I think I'm finally getting Janice to see the light. We've just lost out on one of our biggest clients, Fredericks, because we just can't deliver sexy Hollywood-type girls that they want. We don't have any models with curves. We really don't have any sexy models. I've lost one of my best clients, and I think she's finally coming around and seeing what we really need to get those kind of girls.
Right. Well, that was a bit of drama nonsense, wasn't it? So they need to hire They need to hire more diverse body types. What a surprise! What a surprise! Could anyone ever have told you that? What a surprise!
What do you do successfully? Quickly.
We're at Interscope Records in Santa Monica. Interscope Records is such an important client for us. My only concern is that, again, this agency is just not ready for this kind of caliber client. Honestly, I'm really nervous about this.
Yeah, they also want curvy model. Well, they didn't specify that, but they wanted them for music videos, so there's got to be sex appeal.
Video. He's looking for some girls for the video.
I'm gonna try calling Janice. She's not answering.
Janice is so unprofessional.
We should never schedule early Monday morning meetings. Never. Janice was late again. She's making a habit of being late to all of our morning meetings.
Where's Janice at?
She's running a little behind. We need to raise our game up. We should be on time. Just professionalism.
Hello?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Yo, it's AB. How you doing, Black?
What's going on?
AB, man, I want this new video shoot. It's gotta be off the chain. The girl's gotta be beautiful. So please tell Janice, yo, step your game up. This is serious.
Hold on. Now, Peter, he said the girls ain't hot.
I don't know what girls he's talking about.
I'm talking about the party, man, the listening party. I was really not pleased with the girls, man.
All right, well, hopefully today we got some better girls for you. Your partner here is going to take a look at it. We'll let his eyes do the talking and walking for us.
Make it happen, girl.
I'm gonna make it happen. I promise.
When somebody say,
Do you see what I said earlier, where everyone kind of wants like a soft-core woman, but as soon as they have like intercourse, it's like, nope, dumped, nobody wants that, used, goodbye. It seems very much to me like the girls that were sent there were kind of Janice's like editorial models, shall we say, like campaign models. It's clear that the gelling of what they want is not matching with Janice's agency. It just really isn't. They clearly want like sexy girls who can move. And I don't always associate models, supermodels, Italian Vogue, editorial models, campaign commercial models with that ability to be like, am I going to say the words here? Almost slightly exotic dancer vibes. You know, like sensual. Do you know what I mean? Can I say that? Is that allowed?
Trust in you. You pick the girl. It's your decision. That means you're under the bus. And either the wheel is gonna miss you, or go around you, or go over you and back up, and then come back forward.
Oh my goodness. What a horrible bus that sounds like.
I'm good. Where is the big guy?
He was here a few minutes ago. He's really running behind on his
Here
schedule.
he is.
He can't
Finally
wait
here.
an hour and a half for his own party. So what do we got?
We just got basically lambasted on the phone by Avant.
Why?
He said the girls we brought to the party were nowhere near A girls, and he was not happy.
Well, Yvonne can kiss my ass then.
There he is.
Hey.
You better be hot.
You better be hot. What about that? Can you handle that? Let's be straight up. Yvonne doesn't like my girls because they're not hot enough.
The last couple of girls we brought to the party was the B-list, and he was like, yo, Black, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Don't you ever call my girls B-list.
Avant is very particular.
She's very
about his girls, and Avant is very particular on what he's gonna do and how he's gonna do it, because he's a trendsetter.
Stand up quick. Stand up. Line in front of me, not you, Mom. Get hot, get hot. Do whatever it takes to get hot. No, that ain't hot. Pull it up. I need to see skin. You need to step up your game. You have
once
to look
again,
like
Janice
video
needs to.
dancers. He insulted my models. I'm pissed off. I'm ready to scratch his face
again,
out.
even though she's
How
like,
dare
don't
he
be too
insult-
sexy.
He insulted you,
Stop.
and he insulted you. Okay, get a little revenge back in there when he sees you, all right?
Are you trying to get me killed here? That girl had a
Bikini on?
Yes.
What's wrong with that? You get to see some skin. Do you want to see them naked?
No.
Why not?
No. She threw me for a loop with the girl coming in here with her bikini on. I mean,
Hey, why don't you walk around the room so Mr. Black can see that I have an A-list girl?
Right now, I feel a little uncomfortable because it's cold.
Yes.
But I feel like, sex sells these days, so,
This does not feel like modeling, does it?
you have to be up for anything.
Work that stomach. Let's see your ass.
Janice wanted to see my body primarily, I think. It was a little intense, didn't know what to expect. A lot of those videos for me are a little over the top, sexy
Provocative, yeah, that's the point.
Sarah.
How you doing, Sarah? You listen to hip hop?
18.
Okay, who's your favorite hip hop artist?
I don't know, I like a lot.
Well, who? Name one. Nick, can you name Do you know who Condoleezza Rice is? Do you know who the Vice President of the United States is?
Yes.
Who?
Bush.
It's president.
Jesus, those are my models. All models know nothing about anything other than shoes and Avant's music. Sarah, look at Mr. Black in the face. Sorry.
This is... I'm actually a little bit uncomfortable watching this because it feels like we are hiring girls to be sexy, potentially a little bit against their will because they're quite young and they think that they're going to be able to, you know, be on the front cover of magazines and things and be very fashion forward. This isn't fashion and this doesn't feel... Huh. Am I reading too much into this? How do you guys feel in the audience?
Excuse me, I never behaved like this. I just got off an airplane and these are high heels. Avant's music literally knocked me off the chair. I mean, I fell over backwards. That doesn't happen often.
Avant's music did not do that. You are fully in control.
Can't afford to lose another job.
Oh my God.
God, she's so
The music knocks me out. Pierce, get up on the table.
I'm sorry, but she clearly there is off her face.
Crawl on the table. Crawl towards Mr. Black.
Oh.
What do you look at his eyes?
How is this modeling?
Baby.
Crawling on the table was embarrassing. I felt like a stripper inside. Oh my God.
19 years old.
Gone on, so
You did not sign up for this,
and
sis.
taking a stride.
Work it.
I bet Fargo gets hired. Oh, maybe
That's
not.
good, girl. Keep working, honey.
17.
I hate dancing with air. I like dancing with men, and it's kind of hard to, you know, try to figure it out.
Come on, girl, work it. I mean, work it. Work it. Work it. She's just happy all the time.
Janice.
You know?
It gets better.
Girls, why don't you line up here?
How was this put on TV and thought that this was fine?
One-
How did everyone producing this be like, this is an absolutely fine, normal day in the modeling industry? Yeah. Do you think Select Model Management does this? Do you think Wilhelmina Models does this? Do you think, who else can I think of? In fact, does Select even exist anymore? I don't even know. Premier Model Management, do you think they do this?
Last look at all of my girls.
Right. Who's going through?
Turn around. Poke your booties out. Thank you. Okay, turn back around. They're gonna get it. My girls will nail it. Because if the girls can't pull it off, then I'm gonna have to find new girls that can pull it off.
No, you need to find additional. You need a good range of people that fit lots of different things, but like... I don't know why this music industry people came to Janice, because clearly, when I think of like music video, I don't think Janice Dickinson, but that's just me. Right.
Coming up.
Oh, piss. Janice Dickinson has got gout.
Girls, why don't you line up here?
Right, come
And
on.
Mr. Black
Who's
will
Kevin
take one
going to
last
choose?
Look at all of my girls. We're at Interscope Records, where Mr. Kevin Black is just about to decide which of my models will be chosen for the Avant
really
video.
incapable today.
I think all of y'all are good models and everything. Y'all are definitely A-list. Thank y'all very much. Thank you. All right.
I'm proud of you girls. You're welcome.
I think we should bring Stina back in.
Stina.
And Pierce.
Hi, ugly girls. Hi.
Hi, ugly girls.
Congratulations. You were chosen by Mr. Kevin Black of Interscope Records to be chosen for the Avant video. Give the big teddy bear a big hug.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Stina and Pierce were chosen for the video, but we barely made it by. A lot of these models are not making enough of an impression with the clients, and I'm not sure.
That's not true, Janice. They're just not what they're looking for.
So me and Stina are at the Avant music video.
Oh, right, here we are. Okay.
I've
Am
heard
I
a
gonna
lot
get
of good
copyright
things about
clocked?
him and his music, so hopefully Avant is a nice guy.
A green screen? They could have...
Right now, we are in the hair and makeup trailer. I'm just starting to get my hair done. I don't know really what's going on. I don't know what the theme is. I have seen some of his videos, and from what I've seen, they're pretty sexy. To say the least.
Yes.
Yo,
Yo, what up? What up?
You're here to make this guy look like he has influence and power over all the sexy ladies in the world. That's what you're here for. That's the job. That's the description. Can you do it? Let's see.
Man, AV doing it real big. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful thing going on up there, y'all. The set is really looking good. And even the models looking beautiful. Mwah. I'm about to go talk to my models in my trailer right now. They need to get to know me. I need to get to know them. It's a beautiful look.
I'm so excited to be in this video. Oh my God, I went to the casting yesterday. I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to be in the video. I've always loved your music.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, I love him. He's right up there with R. Kelly. Love.
Janice is doing her thing. I told her the last time we were together, she hooked me up. I wasn't so pleased with the girls, but this time she really stepped it up and made the situation beautiful.
Yeah.
So let Janice know that, hey, your man is really pleased, all right?
We'll do that. He was actually really nice in person as...
I don't know. If someone was like, oh, I'm really happy that they've sent you from the agency. How... How not modeling agency does that sentence sound?
well as he is on TV. Seems like a really humble person that I can hang out with, maybe, perhaps, after this. So, yeah, he seems really cool. I'm glad. I'm so excited I met him.
Ready?
I mean, sure.
We are shooting the Yvonne video. It is so much fun. It's a beautiful, beautiful house.
Janice is
scene
here.
with like champagne, which is actually nasty, disgusting, watered down ginger ale. Oh my god, it's so disgusting.
So we're just chilling, hanging out by the pool, read magazines, eat strawberries, pineapples, sipping on water, and just hanging out.
I feel like we are representing Janice's agency really well. We are not doing anything too hypersexual or anything like that. It's just sitting around with the girls, you know, talking, fake laughing, which I love to do. You know, so
I mean, I guess so.
I think she'd be proud of us.
They're not the only ones there. They're selling a lifestyle. I suppose they are extras in a music video. Maybe I did speak a little bit too fervently earlier because so far it seems quite tame. And that's kind of not what I expected. I just always assume music video shoots are going to be like, be really sexy, get soaking wet and flash your pussy, girls.
Oh, touch me in the beds.
Right. Oh dear. Copyright ladies on the game. There's a storm brewing, honey girls. Giggling at the beachfront.
Thank God
Sure.
Mr. Kevin Black and Yvonne were happy with Stina and Pierce's performance. The past few days have been extremely hard on me, and a lot of friggin' harsh realities are just starting to set in. Trust me on that one. This agency is bringing in off-the-hook A-list clients like Interscope Records, Ed Hardy Clothing, and Virgin Megastore.
Yes,
That's
well,
pretty
not
cool,
really. That
but
was the worst
we lost an
fashion
extremely
runway show I'd ever
valuable
seen.
client in Fredericks of Hollywood because we simply didn't have the right girls for them. I hate to admit it, but Peter is starting to sound a little bit right. I never realized that running an agency would be this tough.
Of course!
Next time on the Janice Dickinson Modeling Agency.
It wasn't an hour long after all. How utterly ridiculous. I was actually thinking then, as she was saying that, I was like, this sounds like the end of the episode. Well, my lovelies, I've got some thoughts. I want to talk about this episode a little bit because I've just kicked you. Oh, she's a wobbly bitch. I feel very uncomfortable having watched this episode, and I feel like there's a couple of reasons why that is. You may not have felt exactly the same way as I did, and that's absolutely fine. Please feel free to share your opinions on what we've watched today in the comments box below. I did get a vibe that I didn't like when it's like, be really sexy in the room. Be so sexy, you're climbing on top of the table and jiggling. And then also when you come in to be inspected, you're turned around and push the booty out. If this agency show and Janice Dickinson had have said, you know, we need a good full range of models, models that can work in music videos, models that can be like curvaceous and sexy and dance, I would kind of not be feeling this way, I think, because I would have expected to see something like this. Whereas she's brought on these really young girls, 17 in some cases, in order to dance sexily for strangers to get into music videos, just kind of makes me really uncomfortable. It just does. It makes me really uncomfortable. The very fact that this agency has been advertised to us, the viewer, as high fashion, model runway, commercial, Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Grazia, you know, all these sort of like levels of expectation that we haven't seen yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all been very model mayhem and extras. And that's kind of Not really what I was expecting. Again, it's another one of these episodes of this show where it's like, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know how this has happened. Do you know what I mean? Like, where's the storyline? Was the storyline in this? Oh my God, Janice versus, I can't even remember his name, her partner, girls. Let's have a fight. And then it's like, at the very end, she was like, actually, he's right. So I didn't need to do all that drama in the end anyway. Anyway, my loves, let me know what you guys think about what we've seen today. Today's been a very interesting episode for me. I think I feel like I was a little bit quieter than I usually would be, and it's because sometimes when you see something that's genuinely makes you a bit uncomfortable, like I just get very quiet and I'm a little bit like, oh gosh, can I even put this on YouTube? Am I overreacting? Am I overreacting to this and this is just a normal thing that happens? And with that, my lovelies, it is time for the Patreons. You can see yourselves scrolling past on the screen here, my lovelies. Yes, you can. Gorgeous. Today's Twitch shout out goes to Amber Rose. Thank you so much for following me over on Twitch, you stunning woman on the go. And if you want to be in with a chance of being featured in my next video's Twitch shout out, make sure you follow me on Twitch. It's Luxeria Plays. We are back on schedule streaming Mondays and Thursdays, my loves. Oh, do you see what I mean? This is exactly what I mean about metallic red lipsticks. They always come off slightly at the edge here. Oh well, back to the drawing board. And I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons: Aloria, Dr. Dreamerella, Stephanie Neotupski, Beebles32, Shell Herman, Christina Kyle, ContraPoints, Crafty Leaks, Danielle, Dr. A, Jevod, Elizabeth Stone, Eric Castillo, Jen Martin, Jenny Hendricks, Caitlin Wright, Laura Jane again, Les Banana Girls, Lisa Pennington, Min TM, Moisten98, Mariah Sherman, Nixie Tricks, Paola Rivera, Rachel the Seabiscuit, Romano, Ryan Vita, Sasha Smith, Sexy Texy RN, Slampire Queen, Steffi Tech, Traverful, Tromo, Victoria Corella, and Orkos Emoji. Thank you guys so much for joining the Patreon and continuing to allow this channel to thrive and survive. If you'd like to join the Patreon, please check out the link in the description box below. And with that, my loves, I'm going to leave it on the note of, if you feel yourself getting riled up in a situation, you might say something you don't mean, make sure you take a step back and be like, oh, hold my tongue a second, allow yourself to process that initial anger response, should we say, anger or self-protection response, and think, actually, is it worth me saying something really hurtful to someone I actually enjoy in my life? Or is this just a moment of disagreement? Take a second and step back from these situations and it will help you achieve more clarity. And with that, my lovelies, I will see you in the next video. Yes, snatched.